And the first things we spot as we drive through the New Forest is cows, not ponies. And here are the ponies that most people expect to see when they drive through the New Forest. And we have finally reached the Beauleiu estate. Woo! We are nearly there. And we're here! Woohoo! And whenever you go to any big event, always remember where you park. And of course, once we got inside the entrance, the first place we headed was to the toilets. I didn't actually go in the motor museum today, but I did a few years ago when I came to Beauleiu on holiday. This was such a neat stall to see, turning old trees into something new. And this is what we came for, Gardeners World Spring Fair. Now this wooden building is brand new, it wasn't here last year. It turns out it's the toilets. There's also disabled toilets and baby changing access too. The next port of call was to go and find the Gardeners World Subscriber Lounge, however they had moved it from where it was last year. So instead we walked past all the food vans to see what they had on offer for lunchtime. Now don't be fooled by the sky, it said it was meant to be cloudy and overcast today. No, it was sunny and warm instead. Next stop was for drinks and well, this place was a bit busy and it was their first rodeo to an event, so yeah, they were a bit on the slow side. And then it was time to look around all the various plant stalls. And I straight away had my eyes on this new plant. Well, it's not new, it's called Dicentrina. Well, actually it's now got a new name, which I can't pronounce. Another stall had these very colourful names, however they had a very colourful and eye-watering price tag too. And these was lovely plants. I think they were Beauleiu. I can't say it properly, but I think that's what they were. And Kaz had her eyes on these Nemesis. And the colour and details in these tulips were amazing. And another stand was showcasing a lot of spring bulbs which you could buy. I also had my eyes on these, but I completely forgot about them until making this video. Whoops. Another stall's showcase stand. Again, some more lovely plants, however they need a lot of care over winter. And some more show stands, I think these were hydrangeas. And these peonies on display in the glass jars were amazing too. I also liked the look of these little flowers too. We also stopped by Riverford stall and got chatting to the bloke there. I know one of my clients gets deliveries from Riverford. And I loved the look of these copper wall arts too. Now you know earlier when I told you about the sky? Yes, it became lovely and sunny and warm. And we got sunburnt. And this is where I decided to get my lunch from. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a photo of my pizza as I had to sit down with it on my lap. And as we ate our lunches, we sat and listened to this chap talking. Then we decided to have a mooch around the grounds and look at all the show gardens. What a stunning plant this is. I once tried to grow these Himalayan poppies, but unfortunately they didn't like my soil type. I did love the look of this garden, it looked very pretty. It's great because Show Gardens was able to cater for whatever your needs were. It was brilliant to give you ideas. Now you know how I told you it got lovely and sunny and warm? Well, here's the proof. And I loved this stall with the enchanted garden. And then we went back round the plant stalls to go and pick up the plants that we'd had our eyes on, if they had any left. Although the gamble of leaving getting your plants until the end of the day when they might have all run out, it's actually a lot easier so you don't have to trundle around with them. And as it was a lot quieter, I was able to walk around the stand with all the colourful gnomes, and yes, they still had a very eye-watering price tag. Now this was one of the plants I definitely had my eyes on, and I'm glad they still had some left at the stall. However, I will always call them Dicentrina, their original name. And then once we were all shopped out, it was time to sit down with a cup of coffee and have a quick rest. Between us three, we did buy a lot of plants. And yes, I did go back and buy this cat wall art. And I can tell you it was definitely a lot quieter now that most people were heading home. Then it was time to get our yearly selfie. Cheese! And the monorail train went past as we were waiting for the toilets. Maybe next year we go on it. And then it was time to hit the road. Oh look, there's a Beauleiu ponies. I just love going through the New Forest. It's just such a lovely, tranquil drive. Again, if you haven't seen my videos before from Gardener's World, I will link below the video from when I had my holiday in the New Forest. And if you know me, you know what my favourite shop is. Well spotted on the lorry, Hannah. The sky also looked very threatening, but it didn't rain, thankfully. And then we had some really bizarre clouds in the sky with lines. And this bridge for us means we're almost home. And I'm home. Now in this photo you can see my face is clearly sunburnt, although it doesn't show it properly. But yes, it was very red. But a big shout out to my Gardener's World girlies. Thanks for a brilliant day. See you next year.